This is actually made out of stone. $25? So Morgan Hill Foods might give you the impression it's a regular grocery store, but it's really just a Mexican store. Entirely Mexican. Very misleading. I can't say that Morgan Hill Foods has bad choices, just I didn't expect the choices that I saw. There are things that I'm interested in getting, but I just want to think about it. A Tech Academy of Innovation. So they're trying to build computer programmers here. I'm a little surprised how I found so many 3D printers in Idaho in various libraries, but really none in California. Different parts of the country have different goals in mind for education. That is quite a peak. Man, that's cool. Here's a theory that I'm starting to form, and it's kind of early, so it could change. It's flexible. It's a flexible theory. I'm thinking that maybe trying to really work hard on advertising on Google Maps can be good to increase potential subscribers, viewers on YouTube, because people who go to Google Maps and look at things. What is this? Strawberries? Raspberries? These look good. These are in good shape. Why would you toss them out? I'll take them. Beer and strawberries? The beer is drunk, but these are good looking strawberries. No rot. I'm hungry. Let me get back. I don't know why I kept calling them strawberries. I also found this umbrella too. It's in good shape. Somebody just kind of left it in some bushes near the Walmart, so I took that. Anyway, the theory. I have a theory. Now it's about people who go to Google Maps and like to search for places. I'm kind of a travel channel, but highly opinionated in ways that lose me monetization. But I'm thinking maybe people that go to Google Maps might be more likely to subscribe and hold on to a subscription because they're interested in the travel aspect of things, exploring different things. So active Google Maps users might appreciate my kind of channel more. That's a pretty good target market. The rain is really starting to come down again. I don't mind hanging out at the library today, although it opens at 1, so not for a while. I won't be able to get in for a while. That just gives me more opportunity to sit in my car and listen to podcasts. So I really can't get out and bicycle. I want to check out this shopping area because I want to take pictures of it for Google Maps. It's a fun little game I'm making up for myself. Take a picture of the business, make sure I get the name, and then when I get to the library, attach that picture to the Google Maps. Generally, there's not a lot of pictures put for these businesses, and it doesn't take but a couple of minutes to go through 200 pictures sometimes. And if there's something interesting, maybe somebody could zoom in on it. So I want to take interesting pictures with a lot of detail to increase the chances of people clicking on the picture and then seeing my message to check my YouTube channel or something. A little confusing moment with a driver, me crossing the intersection back there. I don't like to wave at the people. I prefer to use another type of body language, and that's just to turn my back or turn my shoulders in a way to look like I no longer intend to cross, because a lot of times I prefer to wait until the car goes by me and then I'll cross. But I'm not going to sit there and wave my hand at them and tell them to go. Alright, I'll just turn my back to them or make it look like I no longer want to cross instead. I mean, I didn't mind waving traffic into the base when I worked as a security guard in the Air Force. That was part of the job, but now I don't want to wave at them. I think that can cause confusion. I'm not clear what kind of property this is, but can that be seen? All these pine trees are in potted plant. They're like in potted vessels. It's like a very large type of garden. This is, I believe, a walking trail, but I don't think many people take it because there's a skull. Some kind of a rodent animal skull sitting on the trail. I don't think many people take this trail. That would have been moved if it was more populated. But I mean, clearly it's not a paved trail. It's a trail, and it looks very, very neat. I love all these trees and vegetation. It's amazing. You can't even see very far because the trees are in the way. That's such a beautiful thing. Now that's the reason that hill off into the distance, that's the reason why this city is named in the way it is. Oh man. I was gonna cross this broken part of the fence, but I see they got a second fence. I can still get a little closer. This is incredible. They're putting these pine trees in, and they're ready for most likely shipment in some way, in case somebody orders a full-size 30-foot pine tree. That's not a cheap order. So it's called Private Specimen Nursery, and these specimens are not for sale. And it doesn't really say no trespassing, so I'm guessing that we could just kind of look around and get more familiar with this private specimen. Jeez, this looks like such a lot of work. This looks like a lot of work. They probably don't want anybody. They're not for sale, as in like you can't walk on and say I want to buy this. These are stuff that are sold on a different format. Maybe this is a unique setup. They're not for sale. It doesn't say no. I'm a little nervous about somebody yelling at me for saying this is private property, but it's just so amazing. It's hard to pass. I smell a fire. I mean, they don't have any gates or anything, but maybe they don't expect people to walk on. And even if people walk on, what can I steal as a walk on? As big as their items are. But it's like, what kind of markets do they have going on here? Is it San Francisco? I bet it's San Francisco that they can afford this type of business. The rich people can afford to buy full-size trees. This is like the biggest one I've seen. Just a huge tree. You could build a fort in, and they got it all ready for a shipment. That would be funny to see them ship something of such magnitude on the road. I've never seen a tree shipped, a full-size tree shipped, but this would be the containers that you'd find them in. People don't have the patience for the tree to grow. So yeah, oh, alright, so this is off the road, pretty much. You could see everything off the road. This tree center place extends for many, many acres. And it's next to this DePaul Health Center. And it's a low population, low activity health center, because it's really looking quiet. It really, oh, there's a car moving. It's really quiet here. And this looks like a main turn-in, but nothing going on. Or not much going on. It looks like they got urgent care. That means they might have an emergency room. This place really gets the impression of being abandoned. When they're letting letters fall and newspaper subscriptions run out, they don't even bother restocking. They don't have much going on. They may have built a new hospital somewhere to replace this. This is too old of an infrastructure. I don't think I can, get on the top. Yeah, there's no way. They built this super tall building. Yeah, they can get on the top somehow. That open space. This doesn't look like they're using it much. It's pretty cool. I'd like to have a view from up there, but there's really no immediate stairs. You can see the floor is very dirty, full of stuff. So they don't even keep the floors that clean. Yeah, the more I look around this area, the more likely it seems like it's abandoned. It really has it really looks abandoned. They've gutted all the rooms. Look at this, they got a security office, and then you can't even open this door. It's not even an option. It's got a bolt to just keep this automatic. It used to be called the St. Louis Hospital. They got lights on inside. But parts of it are just completely abandoned. It was a recent change. There's people over there walking from the building. Okay, this is the ambulance section. Ambulance entrance only. Do not enter. Automatic doors. Maybe it was shut down for cleanliness reasons. There is some activity. I've never seen a hospital before that's been shut down partially. There's still parts that are usable. It used to be a more significant business in the past. No loitering, no overnight parking. On what? Looks like they're building homes over there. A lot of overgrowth, and the water's really getting into these shoes with the mesh. Oh my god, I should have worn my full leather shoes. Whenever it rains, I was thinking that would be more important, and I can feel the difference. So the shopping area is over there, but over here, yeah, they don't want you overnight parking. You can't even really pull in easily to overnight park anyway. But I seriously doubt they have security out here. Put an extra long barrier up to cover this lane so you can't get in. I don't know if this will show up good on the video, but this accident that happened where a guy knocked down some kind of structure, small structure, he came in through here. Yeah, there's a little ride up. See the mark right there where he came up. He completely missed this green thing, completely missed this tree. There's really no marks, but then you start seeing the mark. He missed this yellow thing, but then you start seeing the mark on the sidewalk. Yeah, there's one tire, and then another tire mark. He goes straight. I don't understand, like, these tire marks go straight, but then there's a curved one that knocks over this structure, whatever that is, and hits this box, and then And then hits, oh, I see. He hit something right here. I'm not sure, that might be the crosswalk. Okay, so that's for the, wait, there's no crosswalk. That's oh, that's the sign that says no crossing, probably. Oh, I see. He knocked out the sign. There are the two posts. He knocked out the sign that says do not cross here, because there's no sidewalk, or there's no crosswalk there. You can only cross. All right. What a strange accident. Violent, of course. So just recently in this store, I heard a very loud voice. I look over and it is a black person. What a surprise. It's happened so many times in the past. That loud voice they have gets my attention, and I want to look to see who's being so loud. And it's you know, it's racist of me to point out, right? And you know, you think about it, there's a very big difference in volume control between black and white. It's just, you hear it naturally when you get out and listen to people in various places. But equality for equal exchanges, the volume is balanced out on YouTube videos, and also I think in regular audio technology they'll balance out the loud sounds with the low sounds, so that you actually have a skewed perception of how loud a black person is compared to another, you know, higher pitched, maybe lighter skinned person. And I find that interesting. Technology brings us these different people on the videos and all that, but there is, in this two-dimensional world, there is like a skewed perception that the technology has caused, that people may not really think about, they take for granted. I mean, for one, you just can't smell what's going on. You can't smell the environment. There could be something in the air that's leading to a particular perception for people, but also the volume noise. I mean, there's probably been a lot of cases that something that happened in real life being recorded where it was just so loud and obscene that it could have caused maybe partial deafness to the video recorder, but it's all muffled on for the video. The audio kind of shuts off or softens that loud tone, and that's the same for even the more mild cases of like sound inequalities between even people, not just things. Alright, so I'm removing one mint plant because I got one oregano, one mint, one basil, and then these little onion things just sitting in this plastic tray. I'm removing one of these mint plants. Just gonna have to toss it because I want another. At this Walmart they got parsley. I'm interested in putting some parsley in here to make more of a variety. I don't really consume this mint so much. It's a nibble here and there, and I got two of them, and it's a little more than I care for. I'd rather have a variety to nibble from instead. So work with that. These have been surviving quite a while. This mint actually came with me from Las Vegas. I was at a food bank and got two of the two mint plants at a food bank. I've gotten others in the past of these at a food bank. They just keep on surviving. Just got to make sure that they're not in direct sun, because the direct sun's, first day I got this basil, it was sitting in direct sun and it burnt a few leaves. But these plants survive enough to the point where their whole survival is based on just reproducing as fast as possible, or growing as fast as possible. Some plants will produce poisons. These plants just rely on growing as fast as possible to survive.